Zelenskyy, as far as ground war is concerned, it's hit a stalemate, that's a fact. We are fighting against terrorists who have one of the largest armies in the world. Ammunition is not enough? We need modern equipment. Interview Italian TV channel Rai 1.
Here's a summary of the article.
Your profile can be used to present content that appears more relevant based on your possible interests, such as by adapting the order in which content is shown to you, so that it is even easier for you to find content that matches your interests. Content presented to you on this service can be based on your content personalization profiles, which can reflect your activity on this or other services, possible interests and personal aspects. Information regarding which content is presented to you and how you interact with it can be used to determine whether the content e.g. reached its intended audience and matched your interests. Reports can be generated based on the combination of data sets regarding your interactions and those of other users with advertising or content to identify common characteristics. Information about your activity on this service, such as your interaction with ads or content, can be very helpful to improve products and services and to build new products and services based on user interactions, the type of audience, etc. Content presented to you on this service can be based on limited data, such as the website or app you are using, your non-precise location, your device type, or which content you are interacting with. Certain information is used to ensure the technical compatibility of the content or advertising, and to facilitate the transmission of the content or ad to your device.
This post received a score of 8,500, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Explains their focus on building domestic military industry and partnerships. They know they need to become self-sufficient to address some of their gaps, since aid from the West will continue to be slow for a while as they also ramp up production, or in the U.S. case, the GOP support for the funding package.
Good strategy indeed. Just a matter of where to make manufacturing semi-safe.
Yay, for sure. From what has been reported to date, it sounds like a mix of joint ventures in allied countries or setting up facilities in western Ukraine, presumably covered in air defenses.
Just saw a comment on the Fox News website about how we're sending billions to Ukraine so they can live better than we do. That's the kind of stupidity we're dealing with.
Wow, I wish I was hungry and being bombed.
Putin's goal is to break up America, cut it out from NATO and European defense arrangements, and leave it more vulnerable within the Pacific. If Putin succeeds in all his global aims, Americans will be left in a poverty they never knew was possible. You will see energy prices you never imagined possible. The price of believing Putin's lies will be real, tangible suffering.
Wasn't calling the war a stalemate a large part of the rift between Zelenskyy and his top general cause? He said the same thing.
People were calling the war a stalemate weeks ago, and Zelenskyy and a ton of news outlets were coming out trying to explain why that wasn't the case. Nice to see him coming to terms with reality.
It was actually becoming a point of contention with Zelenskyy and his generals, so his use is actually a sign of agreement.
Hopefully this means he isn't actually going to fire Zelenskyy. It would have been an absolutely insane decision and crushed morale in the military. Zelenskyy definitely needs to do something to stop losing support from the rest of his government, but removing everyone who doesn't agree with him is going to do more harm than good. Instead of sacking highly experienced military leaders who know what they're talking about, maybe he should try listening to them instead. Or the opposite. Maybe the reason he wouldn't acknowledge the stalemate is he promises victory in every other statement, and when people learn he's lying and they've run out of troops, he needs a fall guy. The new conscription measures he proposed were rejected by the Ukrainian parliament for violating human rights. Funding at this point is to keep Ukraine afloat, but how is Ursine going to react when the facts break in on Telemarathon's alt-reality narrative?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.